Hi friends, this is teacher Daniela. I really miss learning all about veterinarians with you guys and what cool things they do, what cool animals they take care of, and how they do it. So I started thinking, I'm like, what way, while we're at home, how can we still learn about them? And so I reached out to one of my friends. His name is Noah Gershani, and he's actually going to school to becoming a veterinarian. So he knows all about that fun stuff, and guess what? He even has some cool animals he wants to show us. So why don't we just meet him? My friend, Noah Gershani.
Hey guys, my name's Noah Gershoni, and I heard from your teacher that you guys are learning all about veterinarians. Well, lucky for you, I know so many things about veterinarians. I work with veterinarians and I'm in school to become one. The first thing you should know about veterinarians is that they're here to help you guys, along with your animals. So, I'm sure many of you guys have either seen people walking their dogs or have a dog of your own. So, when your dog gets sick, you take it to the doctor, and those doctors are veterinarians. And we don't only have dogs as pets, we have large animals, small animals. One of those small animals are a lot like my friend here, Bernie. Bernie here is a lizard, specifically a bearded dragon. You can find them a lot in the deserts, and you can see that they blend into this what would be sand with their nice skin color, and that is called camouflage. Okay, a lot of lizards like Bernie here, which again is a bearded dragon, eat insects, but they do love plants and vegetables. So I'll show you how much they love them with a piece of spinach that Bernie would absolutely love to taste right now. Let's see if she wants some more. I'll put her down. So these lizards actually get their name from their very profound beard. You can see all these scales right here that almost look a lot like a beard. And when they feel threatened or excited, that beard pops right out. And I'll show you a little bit of how it pops out, just like that. Okay? And they also have these really cool spikes on their sides for defense. So if anything in the wild tries to come and eat them, they might want to flatten their back out and look a lot bigger. So I can show you how much bigger they can look too. So just like that, if I tickle her a bit, she can get nice and big. You see how much bigger she looks now compared to earlier? So that's my friend Bernie, the bearded dragon. Now next, I'll show you something that is a lot bigger, but it has a few less legs for you to see, okay? Hey you guys, so like I said before, veterinarians will treat animals of all shapes and sizes. One of the weirdest shapes that an animal could be is a lot like my friend here, Snickers. So Snickers is a snake, and more specifically, Snickers is a corn snake. So corn snakes get their names from they like to live in farms, specifically corn farms, and they live in cornfields. And a lot of farmers don't actually mind them there because they like to eat mice. And the mice tend to eat a lot of the farmers' vegetables, and especially their corn. So it helps the farmers. Okay, this is an example of like coexisting with these animals, okay? So you can actually sometimes find these in your very own backyard. They're not only in farms. So Snickers is 6 years old, and is going to get a lot bigger than this. This is actually considered very small. And the way they get bigger is actually by shedding skin. So when they shed their outer layer of skin that looks a lot like this, and they leave this behind. Some of you guys may have even seen this in your backyard and wondered what it is. So it looks just like this, and this is actually from not too long ago. And after a snake sheds, they tend to look really shiny, just like this. Okay? So a way a veterinarian would treat an animal that looks a lot like this is going very slow, just how I am. I'm letting Snickers just relax and find its way around me. I'm not forcing Snickers to do anything that he doesn't want to do, okay? Okay guys, so the last two animals that I showed you were considered reptiles. And both of these reptiles look very different. You saw Bernie, the bearded dragon, that had 4 legs, and then you saw Snickers, the snake, that had no legs. Okay, so now I'm going to show you not a reptile, but I'm going to show you an animal that has 8 legs. Here's my friend Tintin, the tarantula. So you see Tintin the tarantula has 8 legs, and she is specifically a rose-haired tarantula. You can find these guys in the country of Chile. They like jungle areas, so you won't really find them in your backyard. But if you ever go to the jungle, I bet you might find a tarantula that looks very similar to Tintin here. Okay, so little things to know about tarantulas is that they do have venom, so you need to be very careful. Like most spiders, that venom could really hurt you. So I'm going to show you a little bit of how Tintin likes to move. Just like that. Just like that. So like the other animals, it's best to respect Tintin, okay? So Tintin doesn't like to be touched very much, and that's okay. Sometimes we don't like to be touched very much either. So you might be thinking, how would a veterinarian treat my pet Tintin? So tarantulas do get sick, and they do get sick in a different way. Sometimes they're not eating as much as they should be, or sometimes they're always sleeping. And a veterinarian's job is to figure out why these things are happening. So the big way a veterinarian would look at Tintin is to see what it's eating, or where is it living, okay? And is it all healthy? Yes, an environment needs to be healthy as well, okay? So just to give you a very cool example is a good look at the environment Tintin is living in now. Is there enough dirt? Is there enough room? Is there enough food? Okay, sometimes little bugs like to live in the environment that Tintin is currently living in. These bugs can be called parasites, and parasites can make Tintin very sick. So it's always important to make sure that there are no parasites in Tintin's habitat. Also, like Snickers, the last animal you saw, they leave a shedding like this when they grow. This shedding is called a molt. And you can get a closer look at what Tintin really looks like. You can see these little hairs all around her legs. Just like that. These hairs are used as senses. They can be used how a dog uses their whiskers, or how we use our hands, just like that. So that's all for Tintin. I'm gonna put her away now.